Well, it's been 4 days, and so I figured, fuck it, I should let you all know where I've been and why I left. For the first time on Friday, I did something for myself that I never really did. I never really bothered doing this for myself, and that's pretty much take a little bit of a mental break from my social media, from YouTube, from my job, from my hobbies, just anything that I got going on in my life right now. And I pretty much took 4 days to myself where I went off in the mountains to sort of reevaluate a lot of shit from my life, from my past, and to sort of like do a little bit of like self reflection, and to meditate a lot and to sort of like find some inner peace that I've been looking for a very long time. And the reason why I never really like took the chance to do that is because I I really suck at being selfish. For the longest time, I wasn't really a big priority in my life. I was never really like an important part for myself. I never really cared about, like my mental health, my physical well-being, just anything about myself, I would like always put off. I would always find just some excuse of, why there was something else more important than myself, whether that be for school or for work, because I wanted to like play games or some shit. I just always found a really like dumb excuse of why I never really like took uh, the chance to like sort of like take care of myself both physically and mentally. Is the reason why earlier this year I decided that I wanted to work out again, and the reason why I wanted to like actually for the first time take my physical well-being seriously. Believe it or not, last year when I first started the channel, I was actually 230 pounds, and now I'm at 185, somewhere around there. And although some would say that's still kind of a bit like chubby and a bit fat, which they're probably right. I still like look kind of like chubby and kind of fat, but honestly, I think it's a lot more better than how I was last year. For a very long time now, my mental health has been a really big issue that I've been dealing with for a very long time on my own, ever since high school, ever since middle school, and a little bit in elementary. It was always something that's been like really bothering me. It was always something that I've always like had to deal with on my own, and I never really talked to anybody about it. I never talked to my friends about it. I never talked to my family about it. I just really like never like talking about my mental state. I would go home and I would pretty much just deal with it on my own. I would like drown myself in my negative thoughts all day. I would drown in self-pity, self-sorrow. I would always just like be this very negative person all the time when I'm in my household. And then when I go out in society, I would just have this like really fake smile on my face, and I just pretty much like act as if my life is all perfect, and act as if nothing is wrong with me. Like I don't think that many people would like really realize back in high school or middle school, just how bad my mental shit was. I really fucked up a lot of my friendships because of that. I would joke so much about my mental health. Like that was the way I cope with it. I know a lot of people, people who are really struggling with mental health, and they don't like to talk about it. They don't have a way to talk about it, or they're just like too shy to like share like what's like really going on with them, because they're scared of being judged, or scared of being hurt, or scared of being taken for granted, or scared of being used because of that. And for a lot of us, we just like openly joke about our mental health and what's like really fucking with us mentally. And we act as if it's not a big issue. That was my problem. I acted as if my mental health was not a big issue, and it wasn't like a very like big like dire and like desperate like really like emergency like situation where I really needed to get that professional help. 90% of the time when I was joking, I feel that a lot of people did really like thought it was funny. It was something like very like simple, very minor, very small, just a simple, haha, look at me, I'm sad. It wasn't like anything like as serious. And that's why I feel that 90% of the time like people were kind of okay with it. And then there's like that 10% where I would take it like way too fucking far, where I would put myself down like so many times, where I would like just list the many things wrong with me, list the many things I don't like about myself and shit. And it would get to a point where I would have people worry about me because they like couldn't tell if I was being serious or not. And I kind of like ruined a lot of like the past like friends that I had, because like every time somebody would come up to me, trying to comfort me, trying to like, ask me what's going on, just like generally try to help, I would just push it away. I would get angry. I'd always use my mental state as an excuse of why I was being like a piece of shit too. Like a lot of people that were generally trying to help me out. And for that, those are like the few like regrets that I have in my life, back in high school. And, it's something that's like been kind of like bothered me for a long time. And then it's just it's just something that's been like, you know, on my mind recently, I guess. And it's the reason why I wanted to like do this trip where I just, you know, self-reflected and re-evaluated all the shit that's been going on, you know, in my past life. So I've now come back with a brand new mental state where I'm pretty much trying to be the best person I can be right now for whatever time I got left, you know. God forbid that it's tomorrow or next week or next month or next year, you know. God forbid any of those days are the days that I just fucking die for some reason. Um, but pretty much I'm just really trying to like really like live my life the way I want to, you know, sort of like be the person that I've always wanted to be, you know, just be a better person for myself, for the channel, for my friends and my family, and you know, not, you know, be like too focused or too, you know, scared or like just too stressed over, you know, the past, you know, mistakes that I've done in the past, you know, because yeah, although the past is always going to come bite us in the ass, you know, it is something that is always going to be there. But you know, now instead of me, you know, just like feeling sorry for myself and, you know, just hurting myself over it, and, you know, just mentally having these regrets about who I was back then, you know, I am not at a point where, you know, I just accept the past for what it is. You know, you know, I was that really like kind of fucked up person. You know, I made a lot of stupid ass decisions back then. You know, like whatever it is, what it is, you know, is there. You know, I feel that now I finally come to peace with the fact that, you know, that's who I was back then. You know, I made those mistakes. You know, now it's all about, you know, living in the moment right now and to, you know, sort of uh, progress into, you know, what's next, you know, into the future, and to sort of, you know, just you know, like kind of looking forward to my future life and to what it's going to look like. Don't get used to me talking about this that much. You know, this is probably the only time that I will ever like mention this on my channel and, you know, mention this on YouTube and whatnot. You know, as you all can see, I'm like having a really hard time, you know, trying to find the words to say. You know, this is like the fucking fifth attempt of me trying to make this video. So yeah, don't get used to it. You know, I'm really bad at this. You know, I'm really bad at opening up. But you know, I'm starting to like, you know, make it a habit of me opening up instead of just, you know, like keeping my emotions in, because if I do that, it's just gonna make it worse. But I do recommend to go check out the homie Jackie's channel. You know, she does her own little like sad boy slash sad girl hours in her channel, you know, once a month. You know, I think she is way better at talking about this whole like mental state than me, at least. So now that I'm back with a very better mindset, you know, with a much more like strong feeling and with like a lot more like great motivation, I'm sure you are all asking, you know, what's next? You know, what's gonna happen to the channel? You know, is there anything new happening? You know, am I taking away something? You know, what's going on? No, I am not going to be taking away anything from the channel. You know, the reviews, the requests, they're always going to be there. You know, even though I unfortunately do have this stupid ass stuttering problem, which, you know, I really do apologize for that. You know, I guess that's a sign for me to like start fucking scripting those videos, so I have an actually like clear idea of what I want to talk about, instead of just, you know, trying to remember from the top of my head of what I wrote on Instagram about those albums, you know. So I am gonna try to get better at that. You know, I'm not gonna promise that the stuttering problem is gonna go away like that fast, because I've had that since I was a kid, and well, you know, I don't think it's anything that's ever going to go away. So it's definitely not going away anytime soon, but I am going to get to the process of getting, you know, better at that, and, you know, getting better at controlling it, so I don't, you know, stutter every fucking like 5 seconds. And of course, the vlogs are always going to be happening every week. You know, every week I'm going to upload, you know, the vlogs of, you know, me and my friends just fucking around, just being stupid, you know, just having fun and shit. I know that's something I've been kind of slacking on, which I'm really like, it's really unfortunate, because I really wanted to, you know, put a vlog every week, you know, this year. I didn't want to miss a single week, but, you know, unfortunately COVID happened, and well, you know, we weren't able to leave our houses for like 6 months, and well, you know, that's something that was out of my control. You know, I really couldn't do anything about it. And, you know, even though now I like recently, you know, started bringing the vlogs back, you know, there really wasn't that much shit to film in the summer, because, you know, summer has been basically fucking canceled, which is really unfortunate, because last year the summer was fucking amazing. Like, it was our summer of 69, in my opinion. Now, as for the question of whether or not there's something new coming to the channel, the answer is yes. I've actually been having some pretty like great new ideas for the channel that I've been thinking about on my way home on Monday. And, you know, I figured that I should come back here and sort of like put these new ideas in my channel, so I don't have the same like, you know, the same kind of content for a very long time, so I can add a bit of, you know, diversity to the channel. One idea that I have is this new segment that I'm going to be calling Artist Discography Ranked. For those of you that don't have me on Instagram, which by the way, what the fuck are you doing? Follow me on Instagram, please. But pretty much on my Instagram stories, I've been doing this thing every Tuesday where I would look at some of my favorite artists' discography, you know, the albums that they have so far in their discography, and I would pretty much rank them, you know, from best to worst, or I guess in this case, in my opinion, you know, from, you know, my least favorite albums by them to their absolute best albums that they've ever made, in my opinion. You know, I've been kind of doing that. You know, I've been doing it for Kanye West, for Eminem, for Logic, for Tupac, Run DMC, Gambino, Tyler the Creator, you know, Denzel Curry. You know, those are the artists that I have so far on there on my stories. And, you know, I figured like that's a good way of me, you know, sharing my opinion of not only new music, but of, you know, of music that's been released over the years on what I would consider like a best or good album. And I figured, why the fuck not, let's bring that over here on my channel, and you know, to sort of like bringing something new besides just me talking about new music. And in a way, that's a way of me like sort of testing my script writing skills as I pretty much, you know, try to make some pretty decent and entertaining videos of, you know, why I think this about this album, and why, you know, this album is higher than this one. You know, it's just a whole new segment that I think a lot of you are going to enjoy. I have also been thinking of doing some top 10 videos, you know, kind of like a Watch Mojo thing, but hopefully less cringy. That's still a maybe, because I don't really have that many like ideas for top 10 videos. You know, I think I have maybe like 3 or 4 like ideas that I have in my mind so far of top 10 videos, but you know, I would definitely love to make some top 10, you know, videos, you know, related to music and shit. You know, I think it's something that a lot of people would find entertaining as well. And I'm sure you guys are wondering if I'm ever gonna go back to making an original song, you know, once a month on my channel like I used to do back when I first started. And that I still don't know. You know, I don't want to say never say never, but to be fair, I have been doing this whole music thing, you know, in my own like private time outside of YouTube, outside of my social media. You know, I've been recently fucking around with Ableton, you know, just, you know, seeing what I can come up with, just experimenting. You know, I'm currently working on a secret project. You know, I can't really talk about it that much because I still don't know when it's going to come out. You know, I really wanted to come out this year, though. I really want to get out to you guys. I really want to get out to the world, you know, what I really want to do, you know, the music and stuff. You know, this project has been a year in the making, and I really, really want you guys to hear it. But yeah, that's what I've been working on the down low. And, you know, as the years go on, I have so many new and different, like, great ideas for other projects that I want to drop. So yeah, definitely get excited for that. So even though you might not see you know, a song on this channel for a while now, you do have some other like song related stuff to look forward to by me, you know, as the years go by. You know, y'all just gotta, you know, bear with me for a bit, because it is, you know, kind of a learning process. And the final idea that I have for the channel, which is something that I've been asked for a very, very long time, is pretty much me doing some gaming content on my channel. For those of you that don't know, me and my cousin were actually planning on making our own, you know, separate gaming channel together. And the whole purpose of it was to do this sort of like Oni Plays and Game Grumps inspired, you know, sort of channel where, you know, we're playing a game, you know, while making a bunch of stupid jokes, while, you know, talking about some weird shit, but by talking about some like conspiracies and hypotheticals and shit like that, you know, kind of like a podcast mixed with a gaming channel, if that makes sense. You know, that's something that we always really wanted to do, because we love talking to each other and we love playing games together. And, you know, that was something that we really were excited for this year. Unfortunately, when COVID happened, my cousin has not been outside of his house, you know, to this day. To this day, my cousin has been inside his house, just isolated, you know, just really scared of catching this thing. You know, he is doing low-key a way more better job than most of us are doing right now, you know, like handling this pandemic. And well, we unfortunately didn't get the chance to make this channel happen as soon as we wanted to this year. So for the past few months that I've been in quarantine, I've been stuck with an Elgato capture card, a little adapter so we can play retro games, and a really expensive microphone that I bought for the channel. And, you know, I just been going crazy, you know, just looking at it, because, you know, I didn't want to buy all that stuff and not use it. So I figured, fuck it, you know, I might as well, for the time being, use it for my own channel and see if people like it. You know, there's actually, you know, a lot of games that I've always wanted to play on YouTube, you know, to show you guys. You know, my friends really want me to, you know, record our Modern Warfare sessions, which I think would also be pretty funny. You know, if you guys think that, you know, the shit we say to each other on the vlogs is like really foul and really like fucked up and really fucking weird, then you have not seen anything yet, because that shit doesn't compare to what we fucking say on Modern Warfare. Like we are super fucking toxic on that thing, low key. So that's pretty much it for this very unnecessary long update video. I apologize about that. I just had really a lot to say. But I just want you guys to know that I'm doing better. You know, I'm feeling fine. I miss you guys. You know, that's where I've been. That's why I left. And, you know, hopefully this is the start of me having a much more better attitude and a much more better, you know, motivation. Hopefully you guys will start enjoying more of the content as I try to get better and try to like make some more entertaining videos and, you know, taking whatever, you know, steps necessary for me to get to there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for bearing with me, and hopefully y'all will still, you know, bear and stick with me while I get all my shit together and pretty much start building up my confidence that I've been needing for a very long time now. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I will get back to uploading my videos regularly as I always done. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.